A fey creature pauses, unsure which direction to go. The verdant foliage surrounding her, pinks and purples, blues and oranges, shimmers expectantly as the sprite presses a delicate foot into the ground. Water envelops her foot for a moment before streaming left down a rough-hewn path. A soft, "Thank you, Bimini," is uttered as a confident fae follows the stream. Hello, everyone. It's Monday night, and that means it's time for episode 2, of Fountains of Vesipisara. Welcome, and thank you for joining us. And we have today with me all of my wonderful players and a cattail. Say hello, wonderful players.
Hello.
Hello.
Awesome. So, yes, I'm Melissa. I'm the DM. And we have all of these people who are going to introduce themselves now, starting with, I think, this way.
I'm Yuri. I'm going to play Vanilly tonight, who is a celestial warlock, ass-smeared 12-year-old girl. Excited. It's going to be a rough day on words, y'all.
I'm Guy. I'm playing Roswell, a furball thief.
I'm Patsy. I'm playing Eror. He is an Azamar monk. I forgot the word.
I'm Heather. I'm going to be playing Glimmer, an Earth Genasi wild magic sorcerer.
I'm Chris. I'm going to be playing Declan, a arcane archer.
And I am Wyatt. I'm going to be playing Zenus, an old man.
Oldest of men.
The oldest man. But a College of Eloquence satyr bard. He's old now.
The oldest goat man we've ever seen.
But still a gilf.
Is it gilf or is it Jill?
Oh, no.
It's Grandpa Gilf. I'll die on
RG.
Okay.
RG's only.
Okay.
Exactly. Very important stuff. Okay. So before we get started, I do want to call out or, mention a couple of assets and things that I am using that I did not create, because most of the story created by me, based on Watsy's DMing competition this summer, stuff I made for that. But other stuff that will be used today. You'll notice around the outside of the stream here, fantastic character art by Patsy, who I think is this way maybe. So we greatly appreciate all the hard work you put into those. Battle maps you made using Incarnate. Monster tokens were made on 2-minute tokens. And all of the actual overlays and stuff done by our behind the producer for this show, Dev. So those are great. Let's see, make sure I hit all of the things that we did. Yeah, I think I did. Cool. So, last announcement is come back here Wednesday night, same time, different day, for Dungeon Sphere, where you can find me and Yuri and Wyatt. I think
I'm not an old man.
Where he's not an old man.
Where he's the little girl.
And we are having lots of fun adventures in the Dungeon Sphere on Wednesday night. So come watch that. And unless anyone else has announcements they'd like to make? No? Cool. We will get started for today. So, previously on the Fountains of Vesipisara, 6 people: Declan, a fighter; Roswell, a rogue; Glimmer, a sorcerer; Zenus, a bard; Vanilly, a warlock; and Eror, a monk, were called together by the Color Guard, Reslere's premier adventuring guild. Not a marching band, no. Due to the headway you all made at the Peabody Farm, and maybe some signs from Volcana, dwarven goddess of life, death, and oath. Life, death, and oaths. Oh, there we go. Runar and Elmir of the Color Guard thought you all to be the best to deal with the oddity that was happening at the Pfefferman Farm, several hours outside of the city. After an uneventful trip through the countryside and a quick conversation with a giant boulder that looked vaguely like a dog, You all arrived at the abandoned farm. When Vanilly investigated the dilapidated barn, an Acointy attacked. With their horrifying visage and atrophying touch, they managed to age Eror by 30 years and Zenus by 64 years before vanishing with the ominous phrase, Kiristuli is coming. As the group sets up camp for the evening, that is where we're picking up today. So, we are at the abandoned Pfefferman farm. Fields are laying. Oh gosh, I figured it out last time. Is it fallow, sallow? One of those. No crops. Though, footprint-shaped pile of gems were found.
Was it the
in at
shape
least
of
one
a
place.
footprint, or was there a depression of a footprint filled with gems?
The shape that the gems are in is in the shape of a footprint.
Okay, but it wasn't like there was a, swimming pool.
No, it wasn't like a big guy stepping down. No, it was just like where somebody stepped is now gems.
So it's like an average sized foot too. It's not like an abnormally large foot.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Okay.
then how would you tell it was footprint shaped if it was only like a... That's a question for in character. It's been a while since I've Dungeons and Dragons,
Been a whole week. So what would you guys like to do?
I guess if we're gonna be settling down for the night soon, I'll just kind of like throw a detect magic on and see what's up with that footprint. That funky little footprint.
So I'm assuming ritual cast then? Is that something sorcerers
I
can
don't
do?
think sorcerers can ritual cast. I think that's...
Anyone can ritual cast, I believe, if you're a caster.
Well, you have to have the ritual casting feature.
I don't
know.
see
I
anything...
have never played a sorcerer myself. So, where is my thing? Here we go.
Yeah, sorcerers can. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, so not ritual casting.
This game and its weird ass rules.
Rules of my Dungeons and
It's
Dragons.
almost like there's a whole book dedicated to
What?
teaching us the rules.
What's this stupid sorcerers can't ritual
I'm
cast? What?
sorry. I just wanted to blow shit up.
What? No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, what? Why? Why are
Beautiful.
you? What?
Yes, no, sorcerers cannot ritual cast. So you'll be using a spell slot to do this. And detect magic is a 30-foot range, correct?
It is I just had it. Yes, 30 foot.
Is
So I'm
that
kind of
why
like
there's
like
a feat called ritual caster? So if you're a sorcerer, you can ritual cast, but you have to waste a whole feat on it.
yeah.
Oh my god!
But I get meta magic.
You do. That definitely, well, not your meta magic didn't turn you blue. Your just actual magic turned you blue.
Yeah.
God.
The chicanery turned me blue.
Yes. Okay. So you cast detect magic. And there is a lot of magic around here just in general. Not only in the footstep, which is just kind of lingering traces of some sort of just like degrading magic, so it's not anything like specific. You also are seeing, I don't know, there's just in the air, you just are seeing magic kind of floating around.
That's not like, because I would assume that at some point in my past I would have cast like detect magic. Is that just like a thing that Res Lorraine does, that like there's magic?
No, that
in the air?
is not normal. There is extra. This is like extra magic-y here for some reason.
Okay, I would. I do not wish to alarm anyone, but we seem to be in a very magic-saturated area. It's little. I don't want to say over magicked because perhaps there is no such thing as too much, but there is quite a lot.
And as you're watching it, you're kind of seeing it swirl around and like it's like almost like it's blowing on the wind, and it'll come up to a person and just kind of swirl around them. Not even in like a menacing way or anything, just like a little swirly bit of magic, kind of rolling around each of your companions.
And is it like all types of magic, or because like I can detect what type it is?
It's just this cacophony of magic.
Have you considered it's the magic of friendship?
Can I check for the aura, the magic of friendship? Are there any My Little Ponies around?
Besides the horse bones that you found in the barn, no ponies.
Oh,
Certified.
they were cows. Oh, very sad barn.
Yes, overall, I would rate that barn maybe a 0 out of 10. I did not enjoy my time in there.
Can I take the jeweled footprints out of the ground? Can I just like lift up some like jeweled feet?
Oh, sorry, I just 100% choked on my water.
Oh, no.
Trying to not die for a second. Hold on. Anyways, yes, you 100% can do that. They're not actual footprints. They're gems in the shape of jewels, or gems in the shape of the footprint. So it's like multiple, like
But they're not like stuck together. Like
No.
if I dug it out of the ground, it would be like a bunch of gems fused together in the shape of a footprint.
No, it would just be like individual, sort of like a mosaic of gems.
It's
I'm
just
still taking
one footprint. It's not like somebody had walked away and left the pile behind them.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, good. Oh, 16 plus. What do we think my investigation is? 2. So, 18.
18. As you're kind of looking around, you do see more, but it's and I'm like, imagine the footprints on the moon, how like there's one, and then like a while away there's more. Like he's not really like this person's not really walking in normal gravity.
Are there still like those gem piles?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking.
But they're decently separated apart.
I would like to measure them with the only method I know how to measure things of lying down and then standing up and lying back down. I would like to measure in 4.5 foot increments to see how far apart they are.
You would be able, let's see, there's probably a good 20 to 30 feet between each one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it'll take you a couple tries to get to the next one.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute. I found more.
I will call out to her and just say, we should probably, before we go off on any wild goose chases, we should probably take a bit of a rest. Some of us seem a little tuckered out at our ripe young ages. Do you think that that would be prudent? I look kind of at the rest of the party, kind of gauging where we are in terms of health and abilities.
I have no more magic.
Oh dear. I have a bit of magic, but I do agree that I think caution might be a good idea.
I'm fine. I'm probably better off than I was this morning.
I definitely am not.
Well,
Maybe you just need
Just to keep it
nice
light.
rest.
well, maybe we collect some things to burn, make camp, and then go follow the jewel footprints in the morning, if that sounds acceptable to everyone.
I like this plan.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. may I have someone's helping collecting burnables, maybe from the barn or for someone else, somewhere else, in order to get a good fire going. Maybe we can keep those evil spirits or whatever that was at bay, if we have a big enough kind of area of light for the night.
Oh, yes, I will help you. I so overbearingly help Zenus to sit down.
Glimmer, I'm fine. I'm 60 years older, but I'm fine.
Is this comfortable for you to sit? Is your tea warm enough? Do you feel a chill?
I'm fine, dear. Just go get the firewood. I'm gonna sit here and smoke my pipe and play a little song, and I'll be fine.
Okay.
Vanilly has started helping by taking up literal twigs. Just as many twigs as she can hold in her little baby head.
Yeah, and it doesn't take you very long. There is a lot of very dry hay bales in the barn. The carts, several of that, or there's a couple of carts that were broken up. So there's lots of pieces of wood that way. And yeah, you are easily able to collect a decent pile of wood to start a fire. And slowly but surely you all, I assume, gather around the fire and get ready for to sleep, I would assume, unless you guys have any conversations or anything you'd like to have before we do that.
I have a question.
Yes.
In the barn, did what we fought last session, is there any remnants of them, or did they just vanish and leave no trace?
They vanished and left no trace. I think Glimmer, Glimmer was watching. I think you would have noticed sort of an ethereal poof as they vanished. Oh my goodness, I'm still having
gone in a poof is the technical term, I believe.
I see. So we'll have to find a solution to this on our own then.
How are you feeling, Eror? You got hit too, didn't you?
I felt better, but I'll survive.
You don't look any worse, so that's good at least.
Like I said, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Oh, Glimmer, I have something for you. Vanilly takes off her owl bear backpack and reaches into it, and she pulls out a small cloth doll. It's about 6 inches tall, and Glimmer, it looks exactly like her, but with these big one button eye, and the other one has one of those little crystal granite that you would find on the ground that isn't worth anything. It's like a rock that I have sewn in place of the other eye.
I love this. It is so, you are so talented.
I made it before you turned blue. So
yes, I am sorry that I have created an anomaly for you.
I don't have that much blue fabric.
It is beautiful. This will remind me of when I was not blue.
Yeah, I hope it's okay.
I love it.
On Vanilly's backpack, she has hanging a doll of herself that's only about 4 inches tall. It looks just like her. And she's also made one for Eror, but wherever he's chosen to do with his, that's up to Patsy.
Would you like to mine for me so that our dolls can stay together?
Okay. I thought you'd like to hold on to it, but that's fine.
Oh, no, I will hold on to it. I do not mind, but...
I can make one for you guys too if you want.
I have a doll though.
Oh.
I know, but this one will look like you because I can make them.
See, look at how accurate it is. It is beautiful. She's very talented.
I feel like mine's just gonna be a tube sock because I'm tall.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're tall, but so yours will have to be bigger. I can make it small if you want, but I put a lot of work into them. Well, I'm gonna make one for you anyway, and then you can choose if you want it or not.
Thanks.
You are welcome.
Beautiful. Anything else before we bed down for the evening? No? Yes? Okay. Go for it.
I don't.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
No. I must respect.
I'm having old man
I must
hours.
respect my elders. You go right ahead.
Do you say that? Zenus just irrationally angry for no reason. Oh no. I don't know if I ever actually made a check on the name Kirstuli last session. Did I? I can't remember if I did or not.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Did not sound familiar
Cool.
at that time.
I
We
couldn't
do know
remember.
it means anticipation.
An acquaintee means anticipation.
Anticipation.
My notes
Okay.
are wrong.
Cool. I just couldn't remember. That's all I had.
Did we ever find out how to spell Kirstuli?
I will tell you how to spell Kirstuli. Hold on, it's in my notes.
That'd be cool because whatever word I wrote in my notes, I don't think that's what it is.
It is K-I-I-R-A-S-T-U-L-I.
Oh yeah, was not close. I thought it started with a G.
I thought it was like, on Great British Bake Off when they're like, oh, I made my cake with kirsch. I thought it was kirsch dooley.
Nope, that is not right.
Bat and
Anyways.
zero.
I will
have a
say
question.
though, Wyatt, you don't have you had no recollection of what Kirsch or who Kirschli is, what that meant. Though it's odd because you feel like you should know.
I think he kind of sits with that. I think Zenus, like in contrast to like earlier in the day, is very much like withdrawn and like he's sitting by the fire and just kind of strumming absentmindedly, but he isn't really interacting with anybody. So I'm just gonna remember if that was if I had that in my notes or not, because I did not write them at the end. So thank you for refreshing my memory.
Mm-hmm.
How many gems did Roswell pick up?
Um,
And are they real?
They are real. Roll a d6, please.
That's a 1.
That's a 1. You picked up 6 gems. And
Okay.
they are very similar in size to the ones that Runar showed you at the color guard, and about the same worth. So 50 GP each.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, unless we have anything else, we'll bed down for the night. And we have as you guys are getting ready for bed, Glimmer, you're feeling this especially, but everyone is kind of has this odd feeling, the magic in the air. There's a weird tingle in your shoulder, a twitch in your leg, but it doesn't feel like off-putting, just kind of something's odd about this place. And
I wake up and I put my hands on my hips and I yell, "Manifest destiny!" I am ready to begin my morning.
well, we're still in the long rest, so not quite. As we start with
DM, really quickly, is someone keeping watch for the night? Because if no one's volunteered, I will volunteer, considering we almost got demolished.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming you will do watches. You would have watches. What the hell? What are my cats doing? Sorry, they just made a noise. It's fine.
They are what goes bump in the night.
They are what goes bump in the night. It is for all the watches. It is relatively quiet. The laughter that you had heard receding from the Anacointi does not return. The shadows seem normal as you're kind of here, as opposed to what they were when you got there, when everything was kind of weird and creepy. It's just Glimmer seeing the magic sort of flitting through the air. But as you guys are sleeping, this is mentioning pre-stream a little bit, we will start with Eror, who, as you are sleeping, dreaming, you see a familiar boat in light rain recovering from a massive wave. And then, as it rights itself, it's struck by lightning and then vanishes. And in your dream, all of a sudden, you're seeing now, same boat, on a waterway with no end in sight in either direction. Lush foliage in a myriad of colors on either bank. A halfling, a half-orc, half-elf, and a human look around in confusion as you watch them begin to sail down this unending waterway. And then, after that, we see Zenus back in that ball with your companion. It's exactly the same as you remember it. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. Then all of a sudden it starts raining. Still sunny, but raining. Though no one else seems to notice. Soon, streams of water are flowing in every direction. As you glance in the distance, you notice a glint on the ground. Walking over to it, you see gems in the shape of a footprint. And further in the distance, a tall, lanky, gossamer-winged man in a jewel-toned cloak, leaning down and picking up a flower that changes shape in his hand. As he stands up from his lean-down position, he turns and locks eyes with you, head cocked, as a smile spreads across his face, echoing through your head. It is time to go. It is time to go. It is time to go. Is it time to go? And that's the end of your dream. And then we go to Declan, who in your dream, it's just this black space, nothing around you. But you just hear this myriad of voices. Are you coming? Coming? Are you coming? 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 Until suddenly they merge together into one big back. And then suddenly there's this splash of color. It's alien, but familiar all at the same time. And then we have Glimmer. In your dream, and the colors are wrong for all these. You're standing in this field. The colors are wrong. The plants, they're not, normal standard greens, yellow flowers, whatever. There's purples, oranges, blues. They're wrong. And the plants, it's hard to describe what it feels like. The plants are watching you. As you walk forward, there's this path made up of small rocks that are exploding and then converging again and exploding and coming back together with a garnet one side, or similar to your crack. Amethyst. That's the word I was looking for. And they're, as you walk forward, they are exploding and coming back together. And you see in front of you a burnt out tree, maybe struck by lightning. It's hard to tell, but it seems like it's calling you. And then we go to Roswell, where you're on a vista. Again, it's familiar, but alien. The colors are wrong. The proportions are slightly off. But this looks like the waterfall babbling in the distance. A child? Familiar? No. The ears are wrong. That's a rabbit folk? Lanky limbs belie the stealth this teen exhibits, though the crunch of a twig gives away his position, and he makes a break for it. It must be your imagination. Waterfalls don't talk, but you swear you can hear, "Save him!" And that echoes as we fade to black. And lastly, we have Vanilly, who, as you flutter off to sleep, you see a familiar unicorn, one that approaches but does not speak. The unicorn indicates for you to get on her back, and you visit everyone's dreams. You see a bolt being struck by lightning and then turning up in this alien colorful landscape. You see a ball and it's raining and no one cares. You are inundated with voices in this black space. You see this lightning struck tree. You see a waterfall in the distance. And you see all your companions watching what's going on. In your head, you hear, "Help them. Keep their spirits up and their lights glowing. In accomplishing this, you may find your wayward father." And then it's morning. What would you guys like to do?
Is it a cold morning, DM, or what's kind of the temp?
It is equivalent of like late April, early May. So it is,
It's warm.
Warmish,
Gotcha. Never mind then.
So you guys wake up to from a restful night's sleep.
Question.
Yes.
So, Vanilly saw our dreams. Did we see Vanilly in our dreams?
No.
Okay.
Well, I saw my mom last night, and she said I have to babysit you guys. So guess that means I'm in charge.
I don't like this at all.
But too bad.
It wouldn't be the first time a child babysat me.
I'm not gonna process that.
I did. It wasn't a weird thing. It just sometimes your elders are your youngers.
Sometimes you just need somebody to take charge.
That is true. You also do need a leader on occasion. I don't know. Last time I was led astray by a fairy dragon, it ended up bringing me into... No, where was that again? It doesn't matter now. Oh, my back. You just hear this loud cracking as like Zenus kind of falls over and then he's like, I'm up. I'm good. No.
I would like to leave this place as soon as possible, so please let us take a look at these footsteps so that we can be on our way.
Agreed.
I shall lead the way. After I roll my sleeping bag up.
Vanilly.
Yeah.
What? You said your mom came to you in a dream?
Mm-hmm. My mom came to me and she said that I have to babysit everyone and make sure you guys don't get sad.
Oh, well, that's very nice of her. Does your mom often communicate to you in dreams?
Melissa, does my mom often communicate to me in dreams?
It wasn't a surprise, but it doesn't happen terribly often.
No, she comes by sometimes. We mostly hang out. She usually says more words than what she said usually, but yeah, some days you just don't want to talk to people, and I get that, but that's okay.
Interesting.
Have we had breakfast yet? Oh no, I left the breakfast bag at home.
You did? I thought you grabbed it.
I wasn't expecting to start a worldwide adventure.
With unlimited food.
Maybe we should stop by my house so I can get my lunch bag.
How far is your house from here, Vanilly?
It's not far outside of town.
Okay.
We walked an hour to get to town, and we walked 3 hours away from town. But we did walk an hour through town.
Okay. Close
It
enough.
would be worth the trip to me.
Okay.
What are our next steps anyway? Are we just hoping that, I don't know, that somebody in town has answers, or are we just going in blind?
Well,
Well-
I think...
Go ahead, Glimmer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think that maybe we should see if the gemstones lead to anything, but I don't think I want to waste too much time looking after them. I think our priority is getting back home, but I would also like to investigate the footsteps at least a little bit.
Oh, that's just fine. I just didn't know if the color guard had any insight. It didn't seem like they really knew any reasons why people didn't want to return.
No.
Because they got really old and they couldn't make the trip home.
Did they mention any sign of them changing in appearance, though?
Not that I can recall.
They did not. They had not. No.
But
Sounds like our experience was completely unique then, which I don't really like the sound of.
Well, we should still report back.
Do the footsteps end? Like, if we follow them, is there an ending point?
So, give me an investigation check.
I will cast Enhance Ability
That's okay.
to give you
Okay.
advantage.
Well, then it's a 16.
16, nice. Yeah, as you're kind of walking or following these footsteps, they seem to make a loop around the barn and then kind of come back. So they don't appear to actually go anywhere.
So there's no real like start point or end point.
Mm-mm.
Well, I feel like we could have just done this last night then.
Yeah,
That was
I'm a bit perturbed by that. It's really up to you all as to what we want to do. I mean, for all we know, this color guy is part of this whole whatever this is.
They seemed very earnest. I do not think they would have sent us here knowing what would happen.
I mean, there's the Adventurers Guild. They send people out on adventures. I don't think that makes much sense that they set stuff.
My ongoing theory that farms are dangerous is getting proven every single time, though.
It is a dangerous occupation, but a needed one. No farms, no food.
What is the Melissa? What is the weather like? I think Zenus. I don't know how often he dreams. This is like Fabian, but I feel like he's kind of a little. The fact that there was like prolonged eye contact involved with his dream, in his life that usually means something. So I think he's kind of looking around. Is it like sunny? Is it raining? Am I hallucinating?
It is sunny out, though you do see some big poofy like light gray clouds that look like they could theoretically bring rain. Kind of off to the distance, kind of towards here in Lodeer.
Has anybody else ever? Oh wait, Melissa, you said like in the dream that Zenus had, the footsteps were like the same, like there were gemstones. Are they the same? I completely missed the obvious question.
Yes.
What detail I forgot in my old age? I had a dream about these very footprints. And whatever being that left him was a tall, kind of, how should I put it? A gossamer-winged man, who...
sounds very fancy.
He was, and then he made very prolonged eye contact and gave me a very creepy smile.
Did the Bo Burnham song play in the background?
Not necessarily.
He's
No, it
one
did
of my
not.
favorite bards, but my dad says I shouldn't listen to him.
Your dad is a very wise man. He has some very impactful material, though a little bit risque for a child such as your age. He mentioned that it was he said something to me, it was time to go. I don't know if that means that was Kirstuli or if that is my brain processing a 64-year-old aging spree.
I will note too that the very last thing flipped it, so it said, "Is it time to go?" The very last, like, yes. So it started with "it is," and then "is it?"
Well, Mr. Zenus, aren't you from the Faewild?
Indeed, I've been trying to find a way home.
And don't people with gossamer wings, aren't they usually fairies?
Sometimes. I don't have any fae wings that I know of.
Well, you're not a fairy. You're a goat man.
Satyrs. Yes, I am one of those. What does Lord Lemondrop have?
He's butterfly. He's half butterfly.
Right. So, some of us do, others of us don't. Though, based on his size, I don't really know if he was any ordinary fairy. And certainly not if these are truly his footsteps and they're 20 feet away from each other. Or how many
Really
Vanillys?
long legs. Oh
There's
my god, he must be so tall.
What? It was at least 4.5 Vanillys long, right? Oh my goodness. Well,
What's the standard unit of measurement?
I just noticed you were lying on the ground and I didn't want any of that hard work to go away. But indeed, there seems to be some sort of connection between that and I was at a ball from my youth. But there's one detail wrong with it. There was rain all around me, but it was a sunny day.
I have heard that dreams tend to be strange. And usually not how we remember things, but you know how they say that people can fly in a dream?
Well, if I tried hard enough, I could probably fly in the real world. There's certainly items that could have that happen. We've seen mages cast fly on themselves and fly to every corner of the entire world here. I mean,
Yes, I suppose it is not quite as impressive as I initially thought. I apologize.
no, it was a wonderful idea, Glimmer. I'm just saying, dreams are just the foundation. I mean, I don't know. Dreams can kind of... The Faewild I've found is much more based on feeling than the material plane. If anything, it's when something is that powerful and drawn in emotions and rooted in them, they become something more. And it'd be a fool's errand to deny or limit those emotions. But still, this whole thing is troubling me. And as I go to like stroke my beard, I was like, when did this grow?
I debated using a Tim Allen Santa Claus gif as one of the things today, but that's
always
fine.
Go for the Santa Claus.
Anyways, so yeah, you guys have your conversations. You guys each end up getting, if you would like to pick up gems, you'd get probably about the same amount as Roswell, so 6 each at 50 GP. And it's a variety of different kinds: sapphires, rubies, emeralds, amethysts, all sorts of different kinds.
If Zenus is seeing these gemstones in his dreams, and he was called by Kirstuli by the... I cannot pronounce the word that you call them. The ghosts that made him old. I do not feel comfortable taking these gems. For myself. If you want to take them, but you may. I will not argue with you, but I do not think I want them.
I will relieve you of that responsibility.
I appreciate you. You are always looking out for me, Roswell, even though we have known each other for such a short time.
No problem. I'm going to take one of the gems and put it in my doll eye.
Oh, just like me. Now my doll has a twin.
Yes.
Well, is
Yes,
everybody
they're
ready to head back to
twins.
town?
I'm ready.
Let's head back to town and then we'll
yes.
stop on my house at the way.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay,
you
cool.
guys you guys start heading back the same direction you came. Soon enough, you come past the boulder that looked vaguely like a dog. The wind is still blowing through it, and Glimmer's hearing a slight woof as she walks by. And yeah, you guys start heading to town. It's not too terribly difficult to get there. But as you are walking, who's in the lead? Vanilly? Okay.
Vanilly.
Oh no.
Vanilly is babysitting now. Her mom told her to.
Okay, can I get perception check from everyone?
Oh my god. A natural 18. For an 18,
Perception.
I have no
Got a
wisdom.
natural one.
That's a dirty 20.
That's an 8.
13 for Zenus.
13. Okay, cool. So, going to drop you guys into boop, this place.
Oh no, I don't have owlbear open.
Not all bear roll 20.
Oh, roll 20.
Fine. So Vanilly's in the lead, and then you guys, I'll just drag you out and you can put yourself where you're chilling. Venus and who'd I miss?
Me.
Roswell. Thought I grabbed yours. Why did it not come out? There we go. Okay, so yeah, put yourself how you are. And Vanilly, as you are walking forward, you see in the distance, 40, 50 feet. I don't know, maybe I can math. Let's see. No, that's like 100 feet in the distance. A puddle of, you would assume, water.
Is there any reason this puddle of water seems suspicious?
As you look at it, it is in fact not blue or green. It is red.
Wait, someone got stabbed.
What?
There's no body there, is there?
I don't know, there's blood on the ground.
That's
I don't know, what do we do if somebody's bleeding? Zenus, is it you?
Can
I don't know,
I
you
look?
got really old last time.
but I shouldn't start
Something
bleeding
happened.
unreasonably.
It's bleeding in the place that you are not even standing.
I
I
don't
know, I'm very
It's been a
talented.
weird morning.
It's impressive.
Can I look to the bushes for like an ambush?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
7.
Should we go up and investigate the red puddle?
Does it look like there's like footsteps out of the puddle, or is there like, is it like splattered, or is it just a still puddle of red?
As you guys are watching this puddle, you see slowly coming out of it
Oh no.
a red hat.
Oh no.
I immediately run behind Eror and like cover my face because I don't want to know what's coming out of the blood puddle.
And it comes up till about its eyes are showing and watches you and then slowly sinks back down.
When it sinks back down, I'm gonna run into the bush and hide.
Okay. Which bush are you running into?
This one.
That one? Yeah, as oops, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. As you run into that bush, you step in
Oh, no.
a puddle.
Oh,
no.
boy.
What would you like to do as you step into this puddle? You step at the edge of it.
I'm gonna try to find a space to hide right next to the puddle. Is there anywhere for me to get cover?
You can certainly try. It's a bush/tree situation going on there.
That's a 21.
21. Okay, hold on. Gotta pull up the thing. I thought I had it up, but I did not. Or maybe I didn't make an encounter for it at all. Cool. I
And-
actually made an encounter. Hold on. There.
Since I know something might come out of this, I'm just gonna ready an action to attack.
Since he's in
Ah,
the
there we
bush,
go.
I'm assuming we can't see this other puddle. Right?
Yeah, the puddle is in the bush. You guys all kind of rolled crap perception, so no, you do
Yep.
not.
I
you
got a
do
dirty
not
20.
see-
Yeah, I got an
Oh.
18.
Oh, you got a dirty 20?
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, then Arisa. I thought you guys got like everyone was like under 13 and under. Okay, so yeah. Air, you I guess you would see this too. A hat comes out and looks at Roswell. With the
Air's
eyes
like,
similar.
I probably would get away from that thing.
It pops up and it looks at me.
Yes.
Oh, I stab it.
Okay.
Oh
Okay,
dear.
cool.
Roll your attack, and then we'll all roll initiative. Oh no, I moved the map. That's not what I wanted to do.
That is an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
Do I get sneak attack damage or no?
No, he knows where you are.
Okay, well
Well, why
then
does my
that's
map move?
9 points of damage.
Why is my map moving?
Well, mine is 2. That's weird.
Why is the map moving? Hold
Wait.
on.
Is it all in the same layer, maybe?
Did I make the... I'm good at this game, you guys. It's fine. No? Okay, let me restart Roll20 here really quick. Because I'm not sure why it's doing the thing. It's fine.
I accidentally didn't have my token selected for initiative. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
While we're doing these technical things, I might go use the bathroom real quick.
Okie dokie. Ah, yes, we're good. We are good. Whoa. Okay. So that's not Roswell. Zenus. Did I not clear out the last one? I don't think I did. Boop, boop. Not that one. Okay. Number 20. I don't know how it got changed. Okay. So, okay, sorry. Yeah, that's good. Make sure all that went through. Okay, and then Roswell 10, Vanilly 12. Was Declan 20 or does that from the old one? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, you... Oh, neat. That one. And that one. And what did Eror get?
I don't think they rolled yet. Did they?
No. Okay. So how much damage did you do, or did Roswell do?
9.
9 points of damage. Okay, cool. Beautiful. And yeah, as you do that, it sinks back into the blood puddle for a hot sec. And we will do this and we'll move. We will slot in Patsy when they get back. So we are going to start with Declan and Glimmer both got 20. Who would like to go first?
I can wait if Declan wants to go.
Okay, all right then. I will go ahead and go. I'm assuming there's some kind of commotion from my friend Roswell up there.
Yes, there was a definite stabbing motion, and I'm assuming some sort of noise guy that Roswell made.
Yeah, I started yelling stranger danger.
All right. I will go ahead and run up 30 feet. And DM, do I see this figure, whatever it may be, in the puddle?
You see a red hat caked in blood sinking into the puddle.
I will fire upon that hat. if you...
You
Hold on.
can do that with, I'm going to say disadvantage because it is firing into water. Is that effectively?
What I will do then is instead, I will go ahead and use my bonus action to hex that particular being, whatever it may be. And then upon that, I will hold my action until I see a figure that I may shoot.
Cool. What did Eror roll for initiative?
I rolled an 8.
8. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so Declan is holding an action to shoot if something comes up, and we are to Glimmer.
Okay, Glimmer is also gonna run up to stand next to Declan. And is it like the same thing? If I like try and firebolt at this thing, it'll be harder to hit since it's water, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, then I will hold my my attack. I'm holding a firebolt.
Okay. Cool.
DM, really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and call I get to choose one ability with Hex, and they have disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. I'm going to go ahead and choose. Let's see here. I will do. Athletics as their ability that has disadvantage.
Is it? So like, well, I think it's like an actual score. So like strength then.
Strength then, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So. Yeah, the red-hatted figure that had been sinking into the ground comes up and kicks, and he's got these giant metal boots on, and attempts to kick Roswell as it comes out of this blood red puddle. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
So can
I'm
we
so
see
bad
his
at
whole
those.
like?
Now his whole body
Body?
is now above ground. Yes.
Oh dang! I'm actually bad at it. It was 9.
It's 9. Oh no.
I rolled a 3.
That is 22 points of damage as you are knocked prone.
Melissa, we're level 3.
Oh
We're
my
level
god.
3.
Oh my god.
Oh my!
Hitting for 3d10 at level 3.
Cleric rolling inflict wounds. Oh my goodness!
It's fine. Don't worry
Roswell,
about
are you
it.
okay?
Did you
I'm
Did you guys
good.
die last time? It's fine.
But did you not?
I put a thumb up in the air. I'm good.
I assume that the held actions also go off at the same
Held
time.
actions do also go off. Yes. I was not. You're not supposed to fail that deck save, man.
Oh, sorry. Let me roll my
Three.
firebolt then.
That's a natural 20 from me.
Oh,
Nice.
dang! So my crit rules are stolen gratuitously from Mark Cumes. So roll your dice, roll everything normal, and then just also for your crit amount is just add total max roll of the dice. If that makes sense. So roll your stuff normal. So 5. And then was that a nat 1 on it?
Yeah, both of those are ones.
Both of those are ones, but there's so your normal dex modifier is
4.
or because you're shooting, so 4, so it's on there obviously. Okay. So 6 plus 14, so you did 20 damage.
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, you have more stuff.
Yeah. At that point, I will go ahead and release a grasping arrow for additional 2d6 poison damage against it.
Oh.
And its speed is reduced by 10, and if it moves, it takes 2d6 slashing damage the next time it moves.
Oh, geez.
So 2d6 as well. And I assume that I'm doubling this additionally, yes?
Yeah, so then you add another 12 on top of that.
Okay, so that's 19 more. So in total, let's see.
39 damage.
39 points of damage. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you see this red hatted figure come up, kick Roswell to the ground, laugh maniacally. And as his mouth is wide open laughing, the arrow right in, and he falls and sinks into the blood pit again.
He's
Or the
dead?
blood
Did you kill him?
pile. He's dead. He's toast.
Oh.
That was a very lot of damage.
You all right, Roswell?
I'm just holding my shin, going, ah. Ah.
And then we are to Zenus.
Do I know anything like red pools, like this weird maniacal laughing creature? Like, does
Give
any of this
me-
ring a bell?
Give me a nature check at advantage.
Nature check. I don't even know. Oh, okay. Ooh. Thank God I had advantage. That is a 21.
21. Yeah, these are red caps that are formed when someone is murdered. So that's fun. And they have bloodlust. They like blood a lot. They like to make things show them all of their blood.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did Glimmer also fired a firebolt at the one that's dead, right?
Yeah.
I think that got
was-
overshadowed by the natural 20.
It just kind of zoomed over its dead body.
The pool of blood is now on fire.
Pretty much, yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so Red Cap, does Zenus, like, based on that nature check, does he know, like, is this, like, a creature that's, like, supposed to be on the material plane? Because I think he's heard stories of them, like, maybe in, like, through the world, but I don't know what.
I think you would know that they usually work alone, but sometimes are known to be mercenaries for other Fae type creatures.
Fun. Cool. Great. Love to see it. I am gonna move up. In that case, I'm an old man, but I still got hops. I'm gonna move up 35 feet, so I am in between Declan and Glimmer. I think I'm still too far away. Yeah, I'm way too far away for that. So then as a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word on Roswell.
Thanks.
I think he like goes to say something to you, and then it just comes out as like an old man sneeze, just like ridiculously loud. But hey, you get 8 points of health back.
That's a lot. That's a big healing word.
I know. I rolled max. I rolled a 4 on a d4.
Nice.
I might be old, but I got wisdom. Not wisdom. That's charisma. Never mind. You don't know. Yeah, and then I think as for if I cast Healing Word as a bonus action, can I take the dodge action on my turn?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna do that then. Just for posterity, if I know there are mercenaries around. Or like if they are mercenaries, I'm gonna protect myself and put myself between two people that are very strong.
I don't know. Glimmer almost got one shot by an imp, so.
Well, you're also a chaotic spellcaster with blue skin.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure he's in fireball range if it does happen to go off.
Yeah.
Okay, then we are to Vanilly.
I know if Eror moves, I'm gonna be out of my protective pretend cover of having a friend next to me. Are you gonna run off and go hit things? I ask Eror.
Probably.
Okay. So Vanilly's gonna run behind this tree and kind of take cover against this log.
Okay.
And I'm still within range of Roswell, yeah. I'm not in range of Roswell, so before I go, I'm gonna give him 2d6 healing from my healing light pool. It's a 4 and a 4 for another 8 points to you.
Thanks.
And then I too will take the dodge action in cover.
Cool. And then we are to Roswell.
I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. Then I'm going to take the dash action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to turn invisible.
Cool.
And then that's my turn.
We'll do this. Let's see. Ninja. I don't know if you can tell that's a ninja on your thing. And then we are to Eror.
I'm probably also going to take the dash action just so I can get over there because that's a pretty far distance away and I have no ranged attacks.
Front row.
1, 2,
To buy some
3.
darts in town.
That's 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Cool. Yeah, you guys see. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Hold on. This. Oop. There. And put this on the right layer. Bam! As another red cap pokes its head out. And Roswell is invisible, and he did not see that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not that size. Hold on. They're little bitty bibs. I am having more trouble clicking on things properly. There we go. Droop. They're that big. So, it does that as its action. It will, or as its movement. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
As it runs away, that should trigger an attack of opportunity from me.
you sure can do an attack of opportunity if you'd like. It will turn you uninvisible as you do.
That is okay. I get advantage.
Yes.
That's a
that is
19 to
true.
hit.
19 does hit.
Okay. That is 15 points of damage.
Cool. Ooh, okay. What is everyone focused on at this moment?
The little guy right in front of me, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Yep.
I think Glimmer's a little bit torn between watching the red cap, but also worried that Vanilly's so far away from everybody. So she's kind of like keeping an eye on him, but like also kind of like leaning back to make sure that she can keep Vanilly like at least somewhat in her sight.
Vanilly was trying to keep an eye on Roswell, but then he disappeared. So if he dies away from me, I'll be upset. But instead, kind of focused on Eror and the cap.
I
can I
might
have
also be
everyone-
looking at the other puddle just in case, because I don't know what's in there. There
Right.
could be more stuff.
Can I have everyone roll perception at disadvantage, please?
Oh.
Disadvantage? Okay, cool. Wow.
11.
9.
20, I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Oh my goodness.
Glimmer. Wow. I got a 9.
9. Okay.
We're on Mama Bear duty now.
Vanilly 11.
Oh man, Glimmer and Air got 19 and a 20. Yeah, you guys, everyone is focused on this guy here. Eror and Glimmer, you notice movement in this bush back here.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
which one?
This one back here.
Oh,
Right next to you.
cool.
I think Glimmer, with your 20, you do see another hat starting to pop up.
Okay.
And then we're to Declan.
Yeah, so seeing the one in front of me being slightly damaged, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get slightly close to it and release an arrow. But first, I will use my bonus action to move my hex from the dead one over to it and say, you made a mistake, friend. And proceed to release an arrow upon it.
Cool. You do that thing.
I do not do that thing very well with a natural
Ooh.
1.
Oh no.
No, this Fae, or this red cap is smaller than like
Me.
you're smaller than you were expecting. I think like you're like, oh, it's coming and it'll be great, and your arrow flies right over its head and does
that's
not hit it.
That is too bad. I will go ahead and action surge as it's probably laughing at me and proceed to shoot again at it.
Yes, it is 100% laughing.
That's another natural 1, so there you go.
Oh, no!
The bad luck is shifted.
The highs and the lows.
The highs and lows.
Oof. Okay, cool. Anything else?
I proceed to tell it you're an ugly bitch, and that's it.
And then we're to Glimmer.
Okay, so I saw the red cat popping out of the bush.
You saw it popping out of the ground, as in another puddle.
Okay, like I can hit it.
You can hit it with, it's got bonus AC at the moment.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try. It's too close for comfort.
That'll still hit.
Sweet. All right, let me roll my damage. Firebolt it. Like someone seeing a mouse is just like, ah!
Beautiful. And then we're to Zenus.
I did not perceive the one that Glimmer is firing at, so my concentration is on the one in front over here. Cool. In that case, I'm gonna get up another 15 feet. Sorry. Thank you. I would like to I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this thing. In Sylvan, I would like to have my voice reverberate as I say in Sylvan. It's just I'm not going anywhere, and just fire off in those split thunderous vocal wave at this thing.
Beautiful. What's the
DC
save?
14 Wisdom save.
That is a 20.
Okay, so it still does half damage. So I'll roll that. Ooh, ready. So that's just 3 psychic damage.
Beautiful. Anything else?
Bonus action, I am going to give a bardic inspiration to Declan because it looks like he needs it. I think Zenus does the dad thing where he's just eye on the ball, just screaming out like baseball, just doing all this weird sign thing as he's it's that. Fuck.
Oh, come on, no, that's a bad call.
He throws out his back while he does it.
Lovely. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Okay, then we are to Vanilly.
Seeing that these things aren't nearly as terrifying as she first thought they were, when you said you see a hat come out, I thought it was a big old top hat, which I don't know,
it's
was so much scarier.
It's like a little stocking cap, except for it's got a shape.
Oh, I thought you meant 2 feet of top hat came out.
No.
I got so scared. Vanilly is going to stand up on top of this log and go, "Don't hurt my friends!" And I'm going to cast a 2nd level guiding bolt at it.
Nice.
To hit first. Crit! Crit!
Nice.
Crit! My crits have little krakens on them. I don't know if you can see, but they make me extra happy when they come up.
Nice.
Does 25 hit?
Yes. So what's your normal? Is it 64?
It's
or
46.
5. Oh, because you did it at 2nd level.
5d6.
So
I'm a
30,
warlock, I guess.
30 plus your roll.
Okay. A decent roll for 16, so that's 46 points of radiant damage.
Well, just to do a little callback, we're level 3.
So Yuri, if you had to guess how many hit points a red cap has in total, how many do you think that would be?
I'm gonna guess 18.
No.
45. Oh!
How do you want to do this?
Vanilly's never killed anything before, I would like to say. Seeing this red cap get so close to Eror, she loses it. Like her whole eyes turn like a bright golden as she holds out her she finger guns as she yells, "Don't hurt my friends," and she shoots the biggest bolt of radiant, sparkling, just like pure light out of herself that she's ever made.
Amazing.
Does the force of it launch her backwards off the log very gently?
Most certainly there is recoil and she lands right in that bush.
Amazing.
Thrown in a bush. Not
You're
expecting
doing
that.
amazing,
So,
sweetie.
so this red cap, you hit it with this thing, and it spins around like cartoon death scene, and it falls to the ground.
Baby's
And-
first too.
We are out of initiative. What would you guys like to do?
Wait, what about that bush that was moving?
I don't know. What about the bush that was moving?
I'm investing in the bush that was moving.
I'm throwing fire bolts at it. Like, get out of there!
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
As you're shooting firebolts, you're just seeing water splash up.
Regular water?
Mhm.
I do one more for
Firebolts?
good measure.
It's a frog in like a normal puddle.
Sorry, one second. Okay. Oh my gosh, what did my thing do? Why is it being so weird? Okay, there we go. Sorry. It's writing thing. So what did you say?
I said I just hit it one last time just for good measure.
Yeah, it is.
Petulantly.
As you do that, if you go over and investigate, it's just a puddle of water.
Why was it moving then?
I
Was
mean,
it-
when you guys saw it, it was red.
Perhaps the child terrified it because as impressive as it was, I must admit I was a little scared myself.
I don't know what happened. Is it gone?
It's gone.
Okay. Are you all right?
We're all good, right?
I got so worried when it got close to you after it almost kicked Roswell so hard he died.
Yes, Roswell, how are you feeling?
I've got a big lump on my shin. Fine.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Are the red caps the ones that got out of the water? Are they still here?
Mhm.
Can Zenus go over to their bodies and see if they had anything, just that he, or just to loot them?
As you're kind of looking at them, you see they are wearing exceptionally heavy duty boots.
Are they wearing the Chanel boots?
They are wearing iron boots, and you feel like if you wore them, you would not be very good at being sneaky, but you could kick stuff real hard.
You said they were iron?
Yeah.
Zenus will just kind of turn around and gesture to the boots and say, if anybody else wants them, you can feel free, but
I think they're magic boots because they're pretty small.
I mean, you might be able to get a good kick in, but I think getting a good kick in is the least of your... I think that wouldn't use your talents properly, considering that guiding bolt you just fired off, sweetie.
They seem hard to walk in. I don't know if I can walk in them for too long.
Nah. You could put them in the bag if you wanted to, but I don't think they're of any use to us. Certainly not to me.
You don't have feet.
hence why I said no use of me. No, they're not really my size.
You can't
Plus-
wear shoes.
Well, I could wear shoes if I really wanted to. I just have to.
I think we could modify a pair of boots if
Yeah, I
you really
could-
wanted to wear some.
I don't know. I could just
You
stick
can
a
do
bunch of
anything you set your
moss in a
mind to.
boot. Could probably stick a bunch of moss in a boot and have it hardened around my foot. It's that. Nah, I don't like the feeling of it.
Tried it, was too bad.
Yeah. Zenus goes and sits down on the nearest log
Mhm.
just to kind of rest his feet. Pose.
Yep.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, you guys kind of get your bearings, and then are you continue to head towards town, or after rest for a hot sec? Cool. So yeah, do that. And soon enough, here in Lodir comes back into view. As you walk into town, you pass back by that same dwarven residence that you passed on the way out, the Fuzzik residence, Georg and Fazula. Though it's weird when you look, Georg is sitting on the porch with a person that looks vaguely like Fazula, but she is much younger.
Remind who's Vazula?
His wife,
So her name is Fazula Fazoli
Fazula Fuzzik.
Fuzzik.
I love that.
Who are these people?
Zula Fazoli sounds like a restaurant.
You said they're a dwarven couple that Zenus
They
and
had-
Glimmer know, right?
Yeah, they, mainstays around town. They've got kids, grandkids, great grandkids.
And like we're like on
Except
friendly
for-
terms
except
with them.
for-
Like we
Yeah.
speak with them, right?
Yeah, you've spoken with them before. At least definitely you know them by name, if not, chatted with them, whatever, on the way. But yeah,
So
like
she's got her daughter with her? Granddaughter?
Georg is sitting next to her, holding her hand, not like a child holding a hand.
Girl?
Miss Fazula, is that you?
She's like, yes, it's me. Isn't this amazing?
You look wonderful.
Do you feel 64 years younger?
Zenus like turns and is like, listen, I want to know the question just as badly as you do, but maybe not the most appropriate question to ask. Are you 64 years younger?
What do we gotta know?
She says, I mean, not in so many words, but yes.
If you had to put a number on it, would you say it would be roughly about 4?
No. I mean, you have.
She says, she says, yes, isn't it wonderful?
You
how
look
did
fantastic. How did this happen?
Skin cream, probably.
She looks at Georg and she says, I wasn't told it's a secret, but I feel like we shouldn't tell too many people, so keep this between us. She
Yes.
says, we went to the Faewild. We went to Vesipisara.
How did you get to the Faewild? I thought it was very difficult to get there.
She said, we had to wait. And Georg says, would you just tell them it's not that hard? And
I
he
am
goes,
very appreciative of the
He goes-
dramatic flair.
he goes, you have to wait for the right time. And he kind of looks up at the sky. Though apparently Bimini wants people there because the clouds haven't gone away. You have to find a lightning-struck tree in a sun shower. And if you pass through it, you will be in Vesipisara.
You mentioned the name Benini. Who is this?
Bimini. She's the fae that rules over Vesipisara.
I'm
So
so
if you had
sorry.
to,
My
like,
audio
point
was
to
just
it-
doing something really weird. Could you repeat that?
He said, she's the Fae that rules over Vesipisara, the Archfae. He goes, and he kind of sighs a little bit. And Fazula goes, yes, we went, I wanted more time with my family, with my grandchildren, with my great-grandchildren. And she gave it to me.
What did you pay for it?
She says, it didn't cost money, if that's what you're asking.
Can't get something for nothing, you know. That's what my dad said.
She says, we were told to find the right people to send back, or to send there. And I think it might be you.
Like a sacrifice?
She says, Bimini's not what she says. Bimini gave me more life. She gave me life. She's not one to take it away.
I don't think that's true.
Her is like very nervously looking back and forth from Zenus to her this entire change. Like,
So if
Yeah.
you had to like point to a map where a lightning struck tree just might happen to be, where would that be? And then I hold up my hand-drawn map.
And she says,
Is it on your hand?
Yeah. It's in Sharpie.
she
My
says
God.
it wasn't a matter of finding the place on a map. She says, she kind of looks up at the clouds. She says, you have to have the right confluence of events. So you have to watch for those happenings, and they will lead you to where you need to go if you want to get there.
I do not understand, but it may be one of those things that we will understand when it happens. If I might ask maybe a impertinent question, Miss Fazula, I see that you were granted this extended life. Mr. Georg, did you not want this same gift, or?
Gare kind of huffs a little bit. He goes, I wanted my beautiful wife.
That's kind
Was
of
she not-
rude.
Was she not beautiful in her age? As
Yeah.
distinguished
And-
beauty with the experience of life?
And he says, it seems intentions are important to Bimini. My lovely wife wanted time with family. I wanted to be young again.
So selfishness is taken into account.
He kind of huffs and like sits back in his chair.
Got his ass.
Well, Zenus, maybe not even necessarily to go visit this Vesipisara. But this might be your way back to the Faewild that you've been looking for.
I think that Zenus would know that this would be the Faewild, but the different domains, it's not necessarily just a hop, skip, and a jump away, that you still have to follow your path to get to the different domains.
Right, yeah. I mean, it certainly would make things a lot easier, but we wouldn't be out of the woods yet. But is the name like Vesipisara, Bimini, are any of these things jogging?
Again, it's similar
there,
to the
but it's nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's on the tip of your tongue, weird.
What's the name of the archfey that rules over the part of the Feywild you're from?
It was my grandfather, but I wouldn't even say he was an archfey. We are kind of an offshoot of the Summer Court. It's not like we are our own entity. We aren't archfey. We're just... Oberon and Titania allow us to stay. But we certainly aren't ones to necessarily challenge the order of the Feywild.
Does it have a name then?
No, they do. I mean, Titania
That's
rules the
weird.
Summer Court.
No, your grandpa doesn't have a name?
No, he has
I
a name.
asked you what your grandpa's name was.
Well, sometimes
need
you're a
your
little unclear,
backstory.
my child. Listen, I aged 64 years, and sometimes your voice tends to run a little bit together. So I would mind you to be a little bit calmer and more respectful.
I asked a very succinct question because you're
Not
having
very
a hard
clearly.
time
My grandfather's name.
remembering names.
You
I'm
want-
trying to help.
No, it's wonderful, my dear. It's just, you ask the name of the archfey, my archfey, well, it's Titania. My grandfather's name, on the other hand, well, that, man,
You don't actually know, do you?
no, it's Kinos.
Good, so you haven't forgotten. All right.
While Vanilly's talking, I'm gonna pick her pocket.
So
Is
my
this-
pockets are on the
or
front
her
of
bag?
my... Yeah, you can attempt to pickpocket my backpack if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I do that.
And the second
Do
you
I see
open
this
it,
happening?
Lemon Drops is in there. He guards the backpack.
That's fine.
So
Yeah, I think the dragon, fairy dragon, tries to bite your hand.
Well, that's fine because I'm just putting gems into her bag and paying for my healing.
Oh, that's very
I'm not.
sweet.
It's reverse pickpocketing.
And that's a 22.
Yeah, if Lemon Drop saw gems coming in, he would not attempt to bite you. He'd be all like, "Oh, cool, stuff for my hoard."
Perfect. And as the gems are dropped in, we cut to a blood-filled path of footprints leads to Kirstuli. They spoke to the lost one. Vesipisara is in their future. They know the way. The lanky man glowers over the red-capped fae and smiles. Good, good. It is so nice when they come to see me. And that is where we're going to take a break. A harried, lime-green rabbit folk rushes through the colorful wood, tugging on her left ear. The signs are here. They should be coming. Why aren't they here yet? She glances at the red string tied to her wrist. Oh, shoot! Kona's name day is coming. As she comes to a fallen log, she gingerly climbs over, slowly making her way back to town. Hi, everyone. We're back. It's time for second half of today's session as our players. You guys fought some red caps and learned about Vesipisara and how Fizula managed to get some sort of Fountain of Youth effect going on. So yes, you guys are at the Fuzzik residence. Children and grandchildren are playing in the yard. Is there any other conversations you would like to have with the Fuzzicks, or what would you like to do?
If
We
there's
should probably go to the color guard.
I was gonna say, are the clouds like starting to kind of, does it smell like rain at all, or?
You see puffy gray clouds sort of off to the northeast.
Should we go to those clouds to see if we can find a lightning struck tree?
Or
We
should we?
report back
Yeah,
to the color
report.
guard. The color guard knows where my dad is.
I am not opposed to going back to the color guard.
Your dad was at home.
He is.
So then I also know where your dad is.
And I wink. I'm like winking like a lot.
Do you have something in your eye?
You're impossible. Can't believe I healed you. And I'm gonna storm off in a huff towards the color guard.
Okay. Vanilly is headed towards the color guard. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm following her.
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna go after her.
I don't think that you're impossible, Roswell, and I give him a pat on the back and proceed to follow the child.
Thanks. Do you have any food?
Let out a heavy sigh and proceed to relieve my pack of a couple of strips of bacon. That's about it.
Thank you. Here is gems. And I pay for the bacon.
I apologize. I don't want any of whatever that is. That all I want for my employer, and for all intents and purposes, your employer, we got to go get us some of that water. You know, anti-aging water seems
Okay.
pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, probably for Mr. Zenus. Just, I mean, he could use it.
I mean, he could use it, but my employer could also use it and pay us boatloads of cash.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we agreed. I follow the child.
I thought we were walking and talking.
You guys make it to the color guard. And I assume Vanilly knocks on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Elmir peeks his head out. Oh, you're back already. Okay, cool, come in. And he, as you are coming in, he kind of knocks on the hallway at wall as you guys are walking. When we get to the foyer, can I say that word? The answer is no. To the sitting room area, Runar is there already. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Did you figure out what was happening?
No.
No, we absolutely did not. And with your lack of information, 2 of our compatriots are worse for wear. Did you all know that this was going to happen?
He kind of looks at Zenus. You got old.
Oh, really? And you've certainly learned manners. But you know, it's never nice to mention somebody's age.
By my estimation, you owe our friends here almost 30 and 60 years of compensation for their aging. So I hope that you are prepared to part with your gold.
64 years of gold sitting in a Roth IRA. Totals out.
At the very least, I think he deserves a pillow to sit on.
I'll stand.
You see that? He's afflicted with hemorrhoids. This is all of your fault for not giving us appropriate information.
I would
It's
like to roll
patting
to see if
Zenus
Vanilly
on the
knows time.
shoulder. It's okay. It is okay.
Nobody touch me.
He says, we don't carry a ton of actual physical gold here. However, and he goes to the other room they have a little sending stone phone area, and he whispers furiously, and you hear, yes, now, come now. And shortly thereafter, for Zenus and Glimmer, you see the familiar face of Doran walk in the door.
Mr. Doran, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. I was told that I have some things to enchant.
Oh. And they sent you?
Oh, bird!
Well, that's my other job. Yes, the color guard has me give adventurers that successfully complete their first mission to enchant their weapons.
Ah, I see. How long have you been doing this for?
He kind of doesn't look you in the eye. A month?
Excuse me?
A month?
Mm.
So it's a new job.
Mr. Doran,
Yes,
do the mages of the tower know that you are doing this?
He says, yes.
Are you
Inside.
telling the truth?
Jack.
I'm pretty okay.
Inside.
Go for it.
Crit.
Crit.
Crit. I look at him
They
real
know.
hard and I squint.
They know. They don't know that you can sense that he has something that he's not saying. It doesn't seem like it's a bad something, but it's something he's not saying.
Glimmer, I think your dad might be evil.
I just want to point out that although he was directly responsible for my coming into creation, I do not consider him to be a father figure.
He's more of a mother figure.
I don't appreciate that either.
But he says, does anyone, I can enchant weapons. Does anyone have something they'd like enchanted?
Well, do you have any hemorrhoid cream for our elderly friend there? I know that may be a magical enchantment of itself. I'm just.
He says, that's not the kind of magic I do.
Besides, I wouldn't want him to. He's already done enough damage.
You enchant
nice.
spell focuses?
So mechanically, it's giving you +1 to whatever weapon you'd like.
Alright,
Is it weapon, or can you do magic?
Weapon.
Oh.
I'll hold out my quarterstaff because I'll probably never actually use it. So if he ruins it, it's
fine.
no loss to the party.
Roll a D100.
Oh no.
boy.
Rip.
Oh wait, that was a 70. Okay, I thought that was a 10,
Oh,
and I was like, what the hell?
You're so
And
close
you
to
s-
69.
You see him do some sort of incantation, and your quarterstaff is now +1.
Oh,
Oh, the cat's
I am sorry that I doubted you, Doran, but given your track record, I don't think you can really blame me.
He says, this is one of the easier enchants that I do.
I have a
just kinda like-
dagger.
Okay, roll a D100.
Oh, that's an 8. That's not a 10. 55.
55. He does the same motion, and you now have a +1 dagger.
I'll give him my scythe, I guess. If he ruins it, I'll be really mad, though.
Roll a D100.
I actually have this big boy.
Nice.
Ooh, fancy.
That is a 35.
35. He does the same motion, and you now have a +1 scythe.
Sick.
I give him my bacon.
Your bacon.
Yeah, the bacon that I just got from Declan.
You didn't eat it when you said I need food?
No, I'm vegetarian.
He goes, how do you use bacon as a weapon?
Don't be dense, it's painted. Here's a short sword.
Okay, roll a D100.
$72.
So it's the same motion, and you get your +1 sword.
Can you do a dagger too?
He says, I've only been approved to do one for each of you, unfortunately. He goes, say that again?
Do you do
Should've given
armor?
you half the bacon.
Is it just weapons or is it armor too? Armor?
No
can-
weapon. What? No, don't. No,
Only
sorry,
weapon.
Yeah.
Only the weapon. Okay.
Only weapon.
I'll give him a rapier.
Okay, roll your D100.
Maybe roll 20 will be kind to me today.
Oh dear.
39.
39. Yep. You now have a +1 rapier.
I want to know what happens when he does it bad, though. What happens?
And what does Declan give anything?
I shift my bow from my shoulder, think about it for a second, look over to Roswell, and I say, "Do you mind doing his dagger instead of my bow? I am inherently distrustful of magic."
Wait, but I've seen you do magic before, Declan.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I've
I
never
saw you
done magic
teleport
before.
once, and then you did that spooky looking at things thing.
Nope, I've never done magic once before in my life.
Insight check.
Vanilly is choosing violence today.
Everybody.
14.
You can, say.
Yeah, no, I fail on that. So yes,
what is written across your face then?
I don't think that I have.
Perfect.
Sometimes these things take time to understand, Vanilly.
Uh,
We'll get
but,
there.
But Doran says, I mean, if you don't want anything, I suppose that's fine.
Well, well. How the
I think-
turntables have dagger.
I think my friend would benefit from it more than myself. I appreciate the very kind offer, though.
Cool. And he says, I mean, six total. It works. Go ahead and roll another D100.
I give him the dagger and I go, "You got David."
How did we never think of that as a nickname?
34.
34. Yep, you now have +1 dagger. Cool.
You didn't disappoint me.
That disappoints me.
Yeah, we wanted to see it.
No, we must celebrate Doran's successes. He is getting better.
This
He says, yes, I did well. I did well this time.
Yes, a very good job. I give him a light clap. Not
Can you do me a favor, though?
Condescending, but it's definitely coming off that way.
Next time we meet, though, make sure you get that hemorrhoid cream, because you're...
Declan, I don't have hemorrhoids.
Oh. Well,
You might end up with one if you keep running your mouth like that. Or maybe that's something else. I don't really remember. I'm not much of a healer.
I thought that's why you didn't want to sit down.
No, I just
that's
don't
my
like
bad.
being insulted.
That's oh.
Something you'll learn quite quickly unless you correct your course of action. I don't know. It's not really wise to mess with Faye, my darling.
The supports have chose violence.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm just saying it's pretty not chill to consider a medical condition an insult.
Roswell,
Zenus.
Roswell,
Yes.
I healed you. I can easily undo that damage as well, especially with this. And he holds up his
There.
rapier, and then Zenus just turns and looks at the other two and just says,
I put
Thank
a
you
piece of
very much.
bacon on the tip of his rapier. I'm like, "You've been paid."
"Well, thank you."
TBT.
Zenus just starts eating the bacon and turns to the two and just say, "Now, do either of you have any sense of why I look like this, or why anybody does? Has anybody
When a
else
mommy
come
satyr
back to you?"
loves a daddy satyr. They have a baby.
Roswell, I
Okay.
swear to all that is good and holy in the material plane and planes beyond, if you do not allow me to do my thing and talk to human beings or dwarves or anybody else and try and get some information to help all of us in the next 5 minutes so that maybe Eror and I can turn back into, I don't know, maybe something that resembles the age I was before instead of 6 decades earlier, you
Roswell
might
walks
know
away.
something. You might learn something. I don't know. Maybe that would be wonderful if somebody could actually get us to this point. Maybe
Zenus
that
is
would be
gone.
helpful.
Zenus, you already left.
I walked away.
I'll-
I go over to a shelf and I start looking at stuff and touching everything that doesn't belong to me.
I'll whisper to Roswell as he's inspecting the shelf. It's past his nap time. Just let it go.
Can I can I try and hear that?
You can certainly
How
try.
about let's just move on.
Yes, please.
And
No, I wanted to keep being petty.
and Runar says most people no one's come back that way. No. He goes, you know, the signs from Volcana in this is Elmir speaks up. They're not exceptionally clear. She had a reason for you to go there. Perhaps something's wrong in wherever these things are from. They're causing something to be wrong. And she she has, in her infinite wisdom, given you reason to figure it out.
It's a wonderfully vague answer. I'm impressed. No, that's actually wonderful.
I can't actually speak to her, so she only signs. It's hard.
No, if anybody understands mercurial beings then as well as any of us, it would probably be me, seeing as I am one. That gives me an interesting thought. And Zenus will just kind of turn and give a little wave as he starts to like very slowly just walk out of the color guard and just start wandering.
Do you have any more grilled cheeses? While we wait for Zenus to come back.
Oh, you hear a door close and Zenus has like gone out to the street.
Perhaps the grilled cheese is to go.
Elmir says, I mean, I can, but don't you need to keep up with your friend?
Oh, he's very slow. I don't know if you saw, but he is very old.
He's pretty easy to pick out in the crowd. Plus, you say, "Have you seen the world's oldest goat man walk by?" People kind of remember, yeah.
Okay. Elmir goes and makes some grilled cheese. Is anyone following Zenus, or is he by himself now?
I want grilled cheese.
Oh, like, is it gonna be like an extensive amount of time that he's separate?
What is Zenus doing?
Zenus, I think, is like thinking to like everything that he has been told. It's like, okay, there's gonna be some sign, there's gonna be some thing. There are clouds. Clouds are associated with rain. If they were going off northeast into a forest, then maybe that's the closest thing that he can get to. So I think he's like slowly like allowing himself, trying to like open his eyes up to the world, just trying to get as many like. Actually, I have a 2nd level spell slot left. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay.
And I would love to have Owl's Wisdom.
Okay.
So I have advantage on wisdom checks. I want to kind of try and center myself through like a meditation or like kind of get in tune with whatever like Fae energies. Like Glimmer has mentioned all of the swirling magic around all of us, and like there's been a lot of things, the stuff that what was their last name?
The physics.
Physics. That the Physics had. I think he's just like he's embracing the Fae nature of wandering and just like has no intention of going anywhere. He's just getting lost in order to find himself again.
I'll just lean out the door. Zenus, I'm getting a grilled cheese for you. If you could please not wander too far. There will be grilled cheese at the end.
Go where the world takes you, but stay where I can see.
At least until I can get you your grilled cheese.
I think as you are doing this, you see the road. You're kind of looking down at the road, and it's still a road, but it's also not. It is water, and it is flowing out. And you look at everyone else, and no one seems to notice it. As you look at anyone else walking down the road, no one else seems to even notice the fact that the road is weird. They're going about their business. But you are seeing just toward those clouds to the northeast, this water is flowing towards it.
I'll stand on the banks of this stream that I'm seeing. And And I think like this is the first time in like 4 years that Zenus has actually felt. This is the closest he's ever felt to kind of like the Fae dreaming, and I think he slumps a little bit, just like almost some guard that has been up for a very long time is slowly coming down. And he waits for his friends to bring him the grilled cheese. But just sits, and if there's a bench or something nearby, he sits near the stream and is strumming his lyre. Actually, no, he takes out his panpipe. He takes out his pan flute, and he's like composing this melody that sounds like running like after all the ice melts in like a newly a spring stream. It kind of babbles along and just kind of lilts with purpose but freedom for the first time, instead of being kind of isolated in one area.
Exactly. Yeah, and as you're sitting there, you almost feel the water around you. It's not touching you, but it's around you, and it's flowing towards the northeast as you wait for the grilled cheeses that eventually come. And Elmir has a giant stack of grilled cheese on a plate, and he says, grilled cheese?
Yes, thank you.
And he says, is there anything else, or...
We're taking the plate as compensation, too.
Okay.
Thank
I
you
taste
for
the
the
whole
grilled
plate.
cheeses.
And I
This is
walk out.
fine.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elmir.
And he kind of nods and heads back to...
Wait, do you guys actually know where my dad is? I feel like you've been lying to me. It's been a big day of people lying.
He says, hold on one second. Let me look at one thing really quick.
I lean over to Declan and go, I don't think her dad's home. I think she's lying to us.
He says, the sign said we know where he may be. And it involves this. We don't know exactly where he is.
Well, stop being cryptic and weird. We did your stupid thing you told us to do. Now you're going to tell me. And I'm also keeping the plate.
I told you what we know.
You didn't tell me anything. You said we might know where your dad is, and then you didn't say anything about it.
He's done something with this farm thing, and we don't... Something... Vilcana said, or her signs, showed finding a lost someone.
This
I
is the
don't know
problem you
anything.
see with dealing with people of mystical nature. We should just go out, try to find your father on our own, and I will proceed to walk out the door.
Yeah, I'm out the door, and like I just kind of follow the sound of the pan flute to find Zenus.
I'm the last person out, and I go, and we said good day, sir.
Stick my tongue out as we go.
Yeah, and you guys soon enough find Zenus chilling with the flute. So now that you're all back together, what would you like to do?
Do we see this river?
No.
Cool. I'm just
So
kind
do
of like
we-
waiting for him to finish playing, and I'm just like holding out his grilled cheese for him.
Yeah, with
Take
a
your
grilled
time.
cheese shoved in my mouth and like one in my backpack. So
does
do
like
we
the-
have any leaves?
He does like the little goat thing where he like kind of smells and like comes forward and just starts nibbling the grilled cheese.
I
And
have
then
not heard you play your pan flute in quite some time.
Zenus nods and keeps playing his pan flute, and he's just walking northeast.
Wait, are you playing your pan flute and eating grilled cheese? Because I don't know if you can do those at the same
He's-
time.
Very talented.
I'm playing. He has circular breathing on lock. He doesn't even need a windpipe for it. He chomped it and then he just ate it all in one bite, swallowed it, like very like comical sandwich stuck in his throat all the way down. And he goes back to playing his pan flute. And kind of looks at everybody, gives like a little like eyebrow wiggle, and then just starts going northeast.
You lead us out of town like the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
are we
that's-
gonna go to my house first? I left my lunch bag there.
I thought we stopped there on the way back.
No, we just came to town first. I got
We can
got a little-
retcon that you stopped at the house and grabbed the lunch bag if you would like.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, my house has a lot of books, and I haven't read through all of them. I don't know if my dad would have books on like forbidden knowledge that the mages at the tower didn't. If we wanted to spend time seeing if he did have anything helpful, because Vanilly most certainly has not read through every book, and he's got like some dark, scary books in there.
That is up to you guys.
Looking for books with forbidden knowledge. I found a cover and it just says no.
I mean, we can retcon it in of I just grabbed my lunch bag, or it might be helpful to go check out the house or.
We found his diary. I know exactly where he is.
Maybe Vanilly wouldn't look through her dad's things, but if someone else wanted to, she couldn't stop them.
And say it's your guys' choice, yes or no. What are you doing?
I mean, like, if we're going there now, would Zenus be distracted from his following the river? We don't know
my
what,
house,
but
my house is to the north, slightly west is the thing. So we'd have to like veer around to the house, but then we would be northward. But if the clouds are only going to last so long, we need to chase this.
I think we'll be fine without the lunch bag.
Well, I want my lunch bag.
You have,
'cause my
you have,
dad
the, you
made
have the
me
lunch. I think you got the lunch bag on the way
it's
back.
just if we're getting the books or not.
Yeah, there might
Vanilly,
be
it's
books
fine.
there.
I will
that
teach
can
you
help.
all the forbidden knowledge that I know.
And with no disrespect, Roswell, that is a very funny thing to say.
Not like that.
My dad has forbidden knowledge you could never dream of.
But anyway, so it sounds like we're passing on the books.
Yeah.
So Zenus is following this river that is 100% no one else can see. It curves gently around. Lost.
Patsy.
Patsy.
No.
We'll get that fixed when she gets back. That's fine. Or they get back. That's fine. Yes, so you're following the water that is not really water. It's gently going through the wood. And you're getting closer and closer to it seems to be coming to a head, getting smaller and smaller until finally you come to a grove that, besides being normal colors, looks rather familiar to Glimmer.
Zenus, do you remember this morning when you were telling us about your dream? I cannot help but feel like I have been here before.
And it seems
I,
we're
like-
in the right spot.
Look on the ground and see if I can see those amethysts that were like breaking and reforming.
You don't see that. You do see a bag path of. Okay, I just amused myself. It's a small boulder the size of a large boulder. Did you guys ever see that meme?
Yeah.
Sorry, I amused myself and I had to share. Anyways, with small rocks kind of in a path, vaguely, not precisely. They're a little off kilter, like a terrible scatter plot diagram, but basically going to the center of this grove clearing, with a still smoldering tree.
This is the tree from my dream. The dream was very strange. There were strange colors, and then the rocks were amethysts like my face, and they were breaking and reforming. And then there was this tree here. It was very strange.
And as you say that, a slight misty rain shower starts over the grove, with sun still streaming through, and a beam of sunlight hits the tree.
I think this is what Miss Fazula was talking about.
Well, shall we?
Yes, I think we should not hesitate. It came on very suddenly. It might disappear very suddenly.
I think Zenus,
Can
continues.
I hold Zenus's hand and we jump in together?
Yeah, he has one hand on the pan flute, still he's kind of getting back that old Zenus, the old young Zenus energy, where he actually spins you around in a twirl, almost like he has these memories flashing in his head of almost like the ball, and he sees your Glimmer's face mixed with the Eladrin that he was dancing with's face, and they kind of all cycle together as he brings both of you into the tree stump.
Yes, love it. We dancing.
Mhm.
One sec. Yeah, so Zenus and Glimmer jump through. Everyone following?
Milo.
Despite Zenus's wonderful, making this out to be a fun thing, Vanilly is very frightened of the prospect. Is going to reach up and grab Eror's hand and wait for him to go first, which is an odd twist of their dynamic.
Yeah. Eror probably looks down at her and just gives her a very sort of scared nod and then steps in.
Cool. So you do that. Declan and Roswell.
I'll look over at Roswell and say, well, what do you say, friend?
I say it's time to manifest some profits.
Oh, manifest profits. Well, fuck yeah, I'll get behind that. I'll go in behind.
Perfect. And as you guys walk through this tree, which seems very, very strange for material plane side, but you walk through. The first thing one would notice about Vesipisara is how verdant it is. Though its mix of blues, oranges, and purples may surprise a first-time visitor to the Faewild. The grasses and trees are in a constant state of blooming, with lush foliage filling every space, right up to the many, many bodies of water that lead everywhere and nowhere, all at the same time. The second thing one would notice is the fat drops of water, rain falling from a cloudless sky, and the denizens dancing and playing in the many sun showers that happen nearly hourly. Music can be heard, a gentle rolling sound that seems to emanate from the very rains and waters of the land itself. You have all arrived in Vesipisara. What would you like to do?
I think Zenus and Glimmer kind of dancing, and she's like a little bit like caught up in the moment, but then like she kind of like, you know, like as you're like spinning, you kind of like start to catch on to stuff, and she just kind of like stops and is like, oh my goodness. Mr. Zenus, I understand that not all of the Faewild is like other parts of the Faewild, and you have described to me where you have come from, but I was not prepared for this.
I like what they've done with the place.
It is gorgeous.
And Vanilly and Eror pop through soon after.
Eror's just like complete and utter just fascination. Just all these new colors, all these new plants and sensations just are completely foreign to him.
Yeah, Vanilly's in a very similar state where when they first walked through, she had her eyes clenched tight and was just holding onto Eror's hand. And as she opens up, she's like, okay, all right, it's not as bad as I thought. Kind of nice.
And yes.
Is this familiar to me as I step through?
You know, vaguely.
All right.
And yeah, Declan and Roswell step through.
Cool. Ugh. I hated that. I don't like it at all. Does anyone else smell burning toast? I smell burning toast.
Ooh,
I could go for some toast.
toast is good. I mean, it might just be the grilled cheese.
Ugh.
Yes. Deep
I'll be
breaths, Mr. Roswell.
I'll catch up.
Beautiful. As you guys all stand through, could somebody roll me a d6?
Nope, not doing it.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody beat me to it.
No, you do it.
What? Dev, you're not in this campaign. Oh, well, they got the opposite of a 6, which is a 1.
That's a 1. Okay, interesting.
And we take Dev 6.
I thought the opposite of a 6 was a 9.
Nice.
I like the way you think.
Vanilly, as you are standing there, hand clenched in Eror's, you feel a nudge at the back of your knee.
What is it? What does I look?
Her knee kind of buckled a little bit.
Am I okay? Is it still on me?
What's behind her?
You don't see anything. As Vanilly says that, you kind of feel something nuzzle on the side of your leg, Vanilly.
Lord Lemon drops this. That's not you. I'm gonna scream so loud. And I open my eyes and I look down.
There is nothing there. And
Vanilly starts crying.
Oh,
Big
no.
golden tears well out, and she doesn't know what's happening.
Please do not cry. Will it make you feel better if I try to cast a spell to see if I can see it? Okay, I'll cast Detect Magic, and I didn't do this last time to check because I cast Detect Magic and I forgot to roll a Wild Surge. So I'll add I'll have to beat a 2 when I do it because I forgot, and I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot too, so it's fine.
Okay, so let me roll my d20 right quick. So it's a 1 plus the 1 for the past success.
Mm-hmm.
I have to beat 2. 11.
So yes, that's fine. No search.
13. It definitely said 11. I'm sorry. Okay.
So here's the thing that I've noticed is rolling on D&D Beyond, it's a different algorithm than Roll20. So it rolls it twice. So it's two different. It does two different numbers. It's the dumbest thing. So you can make it if you want to use what comes up on Roll20. That's fine. If you want to use what comes up on D&D Beyond, that's fine. But pick one for like this is your choice. This is what you're using.
Okay, we'll stay on the Roll20 because that's what everybody can see. It's just easier.
Yeah. Yes. You are overwhelmed with magic. You see it everywhere. There's enchantment magic, there's illusion magic, there's some abjuration magic even. It's literally any kind. There's some teleportation magic in around some of the smaller water puddles. They're literally everywhere you look. Magic.
Oh, now perhaps I do not feel so good. There is a lot going on. Can I like focus my efforts to where Vanilly is like freaking out?
You sense an intense magical aura near Vanilly, but it is several different kinds of magic all rolled into one, and you can't really get even a sense of shape.
Okay. Excuse me, amorphous blob near my very good friend. Please reveal yourself before I throw up. That is not a threat. I just need to turn off this spell. It is making me hurt.
And the amorphous blob that you are vaguely seeing comes up and gently grabs your wrist. You feel you ever had like a dog lead you somewhere?
Yeah.
Kind of feels like that.
Okay.
And you feel this pull on your wrist, pulling you in a direction.
Okay. The amorphous blob is leading me. I am going to follow it. Goodbye.
I'm supposed to go places with Faye. I think they kidnap people or they steal them or something. Glimmer, don't go!
So far, it does not feel malevolent. It has not attacked any of us. I'm gonna let it lead me.
Okay. So Glimmer heads off with this amorphous blob that only she can see and no one else can.
I'll follow alongside Glimmer just because Zenus goes with Faye all the time.
Hear voices that aren't there, see things.
Oh yeah, it's just Faewild.
And then
Vanilly would let go of Eror's hand and run over to Glimmer because if she's gonna get kidnapped, we should know where she ends up.
Well, it is not kidnapping if it is leading me somewhere. We're just following where it tells us to go.
You say that, but that's what kidnappers do. That's what my dad said.
And how about Roswell, Declan, and Eror?
I follow as well.
Okay.
Just
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys follow Glimmer, who is being led by this invisible something. So everyone else besides Glimmer, if you want to give me a perception check really quick.
13.
Well,
Ooh,
8.
22.
22. Holy cramoly. Oh, and
My
Declan
dice
too.
are happy today.
Oh my goodness. So
23.
Declan and Eror, as you are walking through on this path, you notice water enveloping your feet and then going in basically the same direction as it's flowing basically in the same direction as Glimmer is going. So but yeah, is anyone gonna As you're walking, any conversations, anything happening, or are we just walking for now?
I think Zenus would be doing like a call and response to the like the music that he's hearing around him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is you feel the music that's in the air, like you can almost see it swirling around together with yours and coming up with something greater.
Yeah, Zenus will keep going with that.
Cool. So yeah, you guys do that, and eventually, after walking for some time, you see over the top of a hill this cartoonishly large water drop. And then another, and another. You see an entire village made up entirely of huge water drops. You see people going about their business, kids playing games, people walking nothing. It's very weird.
Are they people, or are they?
There are, yes, there are actual people, mostly elves and such. Some like half elf, half dwarf type, it's mostly half elf, half another race kind. A few actual normal Eladrin style type elves, fae folk, quite a few rabbit folk as well, the hair and gone. And as you guys crest the hill and come in, you see this tall lime green rabbit folk, and she comes walking up to you. You've arrived. It's got to be you. You're who we're waiting for, right?
That's
Who is
right.
it? You?
It's us. You know, the people.
You know them, Mr. Roswell?
Yes.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
She says, "Oh, thank goodness." She says, "Okay. So I know why I want you here. Why are you here?"
For the same
You've
reasons.
been waiting for us, so
We're here for the same reason that you want us here. We should probably say it at the same time on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2. You didn't do it. All right.
No.
Mr. Zenus.
Well, we, if you haven't noticed, I'm rather recently advanced in age. Beyond what considerably, in all other terms, is kind of beyond natural.
She says, "You're here to return stolen youth. Love these kind," she says.
Yes, myself and my friend over here, and Zenus will gesture over to Eror, and say, the two of us, well, there was some dreadful business with footprints and gemstones and creatures beyond all recognition that sucked some life out of the two of us. It left me rather advanced in age, but my friend over here was a little more fortunate and retained some of his youth.
She says, "Tell me more of those gemstones."
The gemstones in the shape of a footprint. Well, I mean, they were in shapes of footprints. Some, 4.5 of this one's height. And Zenus will kind of put a hand over Vanilly, and say, and they were rather curious. They were almost like these rather large footprints with filled with just gems in the shape of everything. I wasn't entirely sure what to make of it. What was the name? Kirstuli, that was the name of it.
We do have the gemstones with us, don't we?
Kirstuli, she says.
At the words, Vanilly will reach into her backpack and grab a handful of the gems that she had taken. And she does not notice that there's more of them. She's like, this is the normal amount that I had picked up.
Is that?
You were looking for gems, you found gems.
Yeah, Janice is kind of absentmindedly just looks like she's petting the air.
I do the same thing.
Is the amorphous blob thing still on my wrist?
No, it has run off.
Okay.
No, actually, JK, it is underneath where Janice is petting.
Did she? Zenus says, "Oh, forgive my manners. I never even asked your name. My name is Zenus.
She says, "Oh, yeah, I'm Janice Quickfoot." Though she goes, probably a bad moniker there, but it's fine.
Oh,
not very fast.
If you don't mind my asking, the creature that led us here, that you are currently petting, actually, detect magic only lasts for 10 minutes. Would I even see it anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about to fade, but yeah.
Okay. What is it that you are petting that led us here?
She says, "Oh, this is good. This is good. You guys are new. You don't know yet." She goes, let me see. And she goes to the stall and says, she kind of looks back at you, counts 6. I need 6. And the guy goes, "This is the last of it." And she goes, "That's fine. They're here. She goes, "Here, drink this."
Okay.
Would I know if that would keep any of the... I mean, like, I can... Since I'm Fae, I know, like, food and drink in the Faewild don't affect me. Is that the same for... No.
Nah, that's no.
Okay, cool.
What thumbs up?
Yeah, you drink this potion, and suddenly around the village these creatures come into focus. The Vesijutu are a strange sight to behold. The small fae has the horned head of a narwhal, the miniaturized body of an orca whale, the fanned fins of betta fish, and the legs and pincers of a lobster, the gossamer wings of a pixie, and is covered in a downy fur of a baby seal.
That is the ugliest thing I've ever heard described.
Somehow, for some reason, it all works. They are way cuter than they have
any
right to be, with colors as varied as the lush foliage around them, and gentle features that invite kindness. Janice says, "These are the Vesijutu. They are, well, most of us here have taken them as pets, though there are some in outside of the city that are still not tamed. They're a little feral. But she goes, "I know what you want." And she kind of looks at Zenus. She goes, "The first step in getting what you want is collecting more of the water from their home pond to create this potion so that we can see them. Because you can't see them unless you've drinking this potion. So, my charge to you, if you would like to stay and receive the help you have so obviously come here for, I'd like you to collect some waters from the Vesipisara home pool. And let me see. And that is where we're going to stop for today.
New quest, new quest.
And as she says that, and as you look around to end this very interesting day, you see all varieties of folk, fae and otherwise, going about their business. Children gather on stoops, some playing hand-clapping games and singing, hide and seek, find me 'cause I'd like to meet. Berries here, berries there, find me and I'll make it fair. And that is what we have for today.
Eror, I want to go home.
Nothing like a creepy nursery rhyme in the Faewild.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We greatly appreciate you. Hit that follow if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are so inclined. Dungeon Pop will be back on Wednesday with another episode of the Dungeon Sphere with me and Wyatt and Yuri. If I pointed in the right direction, I don't actually know. It's fine. At 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and also back here next week at 7 for episode 3 of the Fountains of Vesipisara. Have a great rest of your day or evening or whatever it may be. We hope to see you back here very, very soon. Bye.